This one is actually Kentucky distillate.
Ooh.
Instead of MGP.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time where if it didn't say Kentucky on the label, we wouldn't buy it here in this fine Commonwealth of Kentucky. And welcome everyone to episode 228 of the Mashup, the shortest bourbon conversation you're going to hear all week long. Whoa, already cork pop. We are your hosts, Kenny, Steven, and Anthony. Hey, how many cork pops you do over there, dude? That's ridiculous. Why are you so excited over there about that bottle?
Because it's a very special bottle.
It is.
I got this from Mr. James at the WoodWork Collective.
Oh, you did?
Tonight's bottle. That's a short, so
yeah, that's true. We gotta get right into it.
We're gonna roll. Raconteur Rye Batch 3. Oh
my God!
So David Jennings made sure to have James send us a bottle. Man, I'm excited. I like Batch 1 and 2 so much.
Right, me too. I told you that story the other day. I was looking at I keep empty bottles that I like that I think maybe one day I might make a lamp out of. They're probably all going to get thrown out anyway, but I keep them, and I have them in my garage, and to my surprise, I thought I had a Raconteur Batch 1 and Batch 2. Instead, I had 2 empty bottles of Batch 2.
Yeah.
Now, it gave me a little bit more comfort when I realized that the reason why I had 2 bottles of Batch 2 is because I put the entry for the blinds of Batch 2, and so I donated the ounces there. And I did sample that bottle out a lot because one thing about Raconteur is even though this is getting a following, you're still going to find a bunch of people out there that have no idea who David Jennings is, have no idea who James from WoodWork is, and they don't know this brand. And so we want to keep talking about it, and especially excited about this one tonight because there are some changes with this one too that we're not used to from the first 2 releases.
Yeah, man. So this one is actually Kentucky distillate.
Ooh.
Instead of MGP.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time where if it didn't say Kentucky on the label, we wouldn't buy it here in this fine Commonwealth of Kentucky. But people were really serious about that once upon a time. And so I think it's interesting that the Raconteur Batch 3 is going to now take advantage of the fact that they have some Kentucky distillate, and they're going to be making it in a, similar manner, right? Is it a similar manner the way they made the first 2 with the Mizunara finish and everything?
This is straight rye finished in Mizunara cask.
Okay.
I am not sure if it's also a blend of toasted and straight as well.
Okay.
I just texted David actually to find out. Probably should have texted him before we started recording.
David.
But
come on, David, beat Johnny on the spot for us.
Yeah, the other one, the other one's it's a blend of toasted and straight finished in Miz. So this one, I don't know if it's a blend of toasted and straight finished in Miz, or if it's just straight up finished in Miz, or what.
Okay.
But we will see if David replies.
Okay, well, one thing I want to mention is they've continued to do the really cool label.
Yeah, that's from that 50s printing press.
That 50s printing press, and now on the back, this one says batch number 3, Miz Kiss, like M-I-Z for Mizunara Kiss, not for like the wrestler The Miz or anything like that, and not for your missus kissing you. But anyway, and actually the new thing that I want to tell you about, it says made in KY. It didn't say it on the other batches, did it? Did it say made in KY on the other batches? Because it was
the
Indiana.
Other ones were Indiana MGP.
So that's another cool thing. So there's subtle differences that only the really dedicated Raconteur Rye fan would notice between these batches, because we are fans. We are definitely fans. We've liked both batches, and we still debate on whether we like 1 or 2 better. But tonight,
I'm a 1 guy over 2 personally.
1 over 2.
2 is more bourbon-y.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do like 2 better as well.
Right, I just drank 2 bottles of 2 apparently and forgot all about 1.
Yeah. So this is Kentucky. So this should be this is Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Okay.
95.5.
Right.
So the MGP is 95.5. This is Bardstown Bourbon Company 95.5. Right. And actually, what I was told before was when Bardstown opened up, they actually had the head people of MGP, the head distiller, the head somebody of something come down and show them how to run 95.5 through their stills.
Oh, wow.
So this is like, even though it's Bardstown Bourbon Company, it's kind of done, they were actually taught by the MGP people. But yeah, this is 8-year-old, age stated, 59% ABV. So, I mean, yeah, you're talking, was that 118 proof?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, 118 proof.
8 year, 118 age dated.
That's crazy.
You ready to hit this?
Yes, I am, sir.
All right. The nose is definitely 95.5 pop, more like batch 1.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got like the rye notes, like the piney notes and dank spearmint, not meat spearmint, but like minty notes. But then it also has a little flick of honey on the nose, which is interesting.
Yeah. Like I said, it's finishing Miz, so that's going to throw, it's going to get something, a little extra oomph to it than a traditional, just regular rye anyway.
Oh, my dear Lord. Holy. Okay. All right. This is, okay, so I said batch 2 was crushable, but less complex than batch 1. I think that's where I was at with that. I think he's getting more crushable on the crushable scale here. Like, are you kidding me?
I was told by him a while ago, back before they released this or even bottled this.
Right.
He said, wait till you have batch 3. He's like, he thought it was the best yet.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to have to blind all 3 next to each other.
Cow.
That'll be another episode, or that'll be just on my own. But first drink on this is, wow. 118, it tastes like it's 98. I mean, you just crush it. That's wild. Pretty good.
Wow. So a thing that jumps out at me on this is like, it's got such a sweetness to it. And this is going to be really weird for whiskey drinkers, okay? And maybe it's the mood I'm in tonight. But I like brighter hops in beer. Like, so if you take, I'm trying to remember the name of that one that I really like. It's got a certain Nelson Sauvin hops. They're almost like give off like a piney but floral and citrus sweetness. That's kind of what this is doing. It's like this one, like a super sweet, but that rye goodness is encapsulated in that sugar sweetness. And so it's like you don't get the rye until very late on in the sip. It's just beautiful sweetness up front.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, that's what I liken it to. Some people like heavy, dark, dank hops in beer. I used to like that. Now I prefer the lighter, more stuff that almost presents like, it's just woof. It's good, man.
Yeah, that's it's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
And I think, if I remember correctly,
this is giving me all these vibes of.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's good. Well, it looks like I'm buying another 6 bottles of Raconteur Rye when it comes out. God dang it. But while we're talking about David, I still haven't met the guy. I occasionally send him a message here and there just so he knows I'm alive. And I usually send him goofy stuff, so he's probably like, okay, this guy's going to be a pretty big goofball when I meet him, which is pretty much how I am. And but we got him a bottle of our mashup pick, right? And he gave us a great review, and we really appreciate that. I mean, he gave an excellent review. He posted it on Instagram. I didn't even know that he was going to do that, and I was just very thankful that he liked something that we did because we're big fans of what he's doing. So
yeah, Bill and Dara.
The
average drinker. Excellent
review, man. They were that was so kind of them, and I mean, I've always paid attention to what they're doing, but even more so now.
Yeah,
but we. It's funny. I know I shouldn't have felt like this, and we can continue to talk about this Raconteur as well. But when we released our mashup barrel pick, we told you guys in previous episodes way more demand for the bottles than the bottles that we had. But you feel like that's your baby, right? Even though we didn't produce that whiskey, we didn't go into a warehouse and pick the barrels. River Roots did. We went to River Roots and we picked amongst what we thought was there. And to hear other people who respect tremendously that have been doing this even longer than we have, at least professionally, we've been doing it a long time.
We have even yet to hit professionals. So.
We're not professional. Just to hear them say nice things, and all the other listeners that have chimed in and said that they really loved the bottle, it just means a lot to us. So I hope David feels that love when we talk about this Raconteur, because I'll tell you what, man, like, is this a bigger batch or a smaller batch? Do you know?
I do not know that, man. I should have came more prepared.
Well, regardless, if this is a bigger or small batch, I'm going to be trying to get this. Do you know street date or anything like that?
Should be, I think, the same $130 as the last 2 releases.
Okay. Well, we know Bourbon Outfitter's going to have it. I think, is WoodWork going to have it too? Maybe.
I'm not sure on that yet.
Okay.
Bourbon Outfitter most likely. Now, last time I thought they went through Silbach and Bourbon Outfitter. I think both. So my guess is the same.
Yeah. Well, that would be really, really good to see them come through with that. I mean, and man, I'll just tell you what.
Well, David and James, neither one texted back, so
nobody texted.
I'll find out about whether it's got toasted in it or a bigger batch or not, and we'll have to report back.
Yeah, you think that maybe they'll do that?
No, I mean they'll definitely let me know. I'm saying I'll have to talk about it on an upcoming episode.
All right, that sounds good.
So
would you? No, would you?
I would buy. No.
I would also buy. I
Yeah.
can't. What am I going to say? No, I'm not going to buy it after I told you it was delicious.
It's crushable. I bought several. I have several backups of batch 1 and 2.
Okay.
And honestly, I have the benefit of having both batches already.
Right.
So I'm going to blind this with the other 2 batches to see whether I'll buy just 1 or I'll buy 4 or 5, 3 or 4, something like that. So we'll see.
Well, let me know what you find out, because maybe you might save me for buying. I think I've bought an average of 4 to 6 of them. Yeah. I don't remember which one I bought 4, which one I bought 6.
You've already drank 2 of each, probably. I mean, it's crushable.
I think I only drank 2 of batch 2 that I can track.
Yeah.
Batch 1, I think I only went through 1 bottle. The problem is I have to find the liquor boxes that hold the bigger bottles to store them. And then I put them inside of the area underneath the steps where the hot water tank is, And so I was trying to...
You have a hot water tank?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't have a hot water tank.
What do you have?
I have a water heater.
Well, you don't call it a hot water tank?
Well, if it was hot water, you wouldn't need to heat it. So it's called a water heater.
You jerk. You jerk.
That's an old appliance joke. We used to sell water heaters at work.
Did you used to sell them there?
People would ask for hot water heaters. Like, we don't sell any hot water heaters. Water's hot. Why you got to heat it? We sell water heaters.
That's funny.
Boom.
You silly boom.
And with that, thanks for listening to this episode. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, bourbonoutfitter.com. Enter code The Mashup for a special discount.
Also,
head on over to our partner, the WoodWork Collective, at woodworkcollective.shop. Enter code MASHUP for a 15% discount.
Also, let us know your thoughts on this bottle in the comment section. Until next time, keep it neat.